A homeless man ordered a meal but realized he was short by just a dime. He begged the owner to make an exception, even offered to sing for him, but the owner threw the food into the sink. The man had no choice but to leave, with nowhere else to go. He ended up digging through the trash for leftovers. Back in his tiny rented room, while taking a shower, he suddenly heard a strange noise. Nervously he grabbed his shoe as a weapon, and crept toward the kitchen, only to find a chubby orange cat. He sighed in relief and didn't chase it away. Instead he gave it his only milk. After the cat finished eating, he opened the window to send it off, but the cat refused to leave. It looked back at him with eyes full of trust. He decided to let it stay for the night. The next morning, he went door to door asking if anyone had lost a cat, but no one claimed it. With no other option, he had to set the cat free. However, when the man returned home, he found the little cat injured. He rushed it to the pet hospital. After waiting in line for 2 hours, the cat finally got treated, but at the pharmacy he was stuck. The medicine cost £22 and he only had a pile of coins. He looked at the annoyed cashier and had no choice but to hand over the money he'd saved for next week's food. Luckily, the next day while singing on the street, he ran into his father, but his father was startled to see him. The son begged to have just one meal at home. Before the father could reply, his stepmother coldly interrupted, telling him not to bother their family. The next day he went to the street to sing. As usual, the kitten followed him. He was afraid he couldn't take care of it, so he left it not far behind, but the kitten secretly jumped onto a bus, determined to stay with him. Every passenger on the bus was drawn to it. Smiling warmly, the kitten ran straight to the man and jumped into his arms. The man was surprised, then placed the kitten by the window. The kitten stretched its neck curiously, looking out. After getting off the bus, it looked around with curious eyes. The man worried it might get scared, so he knelt down, letting the kitten climb onto his shoulder. This duo drew everyone's attention. People came up asking for photos. The man didn't expect that. With the kitten's company, his street performance was now met with support and encouragement. From being ignored to now being surrounded by an audience drawn by the kitten. They also brought in plenty of tips. After the show, they high-fived happily on the street. That day's earnings exceeded the total of the past few weeks. They went to the supermarket together and let the kitten pick out its favorite canned food. Because of the kitten's presence, the man's life began to turn around. In the days that followed, singing with the kitten became more and more popular, but good times didn't last. Some people became jealous of the man's success and deliberately caused trouble. Onlookers stood up for the man. The scene turned chaotic. In the end, the man was banned from performing on the street for 6 months. He locked himself in his room for a week, but to feed himself and the kitten, he pulled himself together and found a job selling newspapers. With the kitten's help, the new job also became a hit, as anyone who bought a newspaper could take a photo with the adorable kitten. If it were you, would you want a photo with them? Please comment.